right, very sad situation out of Maryland as a 19-year-old woman was murdered by an illegal alien and thrown off of a bridge. I want to play that news coverage for you and also talk about what a neighbor had to say that he saw. Let's check it out.
Covering new information about the murder of a 19-year-old whose body was dumped over a bridge near Annapolis. A suspect we know in custody tonight, and authorities say he's in the country illegally. Investigator Mike Halgren live in Anne Arundel County with what charging documents reveal about this man and the case. Mike, good evening.
Good evening, Rick. 7 pages of detailed charging documents. This suspect was from Guatemala. According to court records, he worked for a Baltimore-based landscaping company. Police used surveillance video and cell phone tracking to build their case. This suspect is now being held without bail. And a warning, some of the details you're about to hear are disturbing.
This is a good young woman who wanted to do good for her community.
Have you seen Dakara?
A heartbreaking end to the search for 19-year-old Dakara Thompson. Her family desperately looked for answers for weeks.
I want my baby back. I just simply want my daughter back.
Police found Thompson's body on Route 50 near Interstate 97 in the Annapolis area. According to charging documents WJZ Investigates obtained, the suspect, 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez, threw her body off a highway bridge.
35 looks about 47. I mean, a lot of these criminals, they just look very aged and much older than what they actually are.
Into the South River. She had skull and facial fractures. Her family identified her through tattoos.
At this time, there are no additional suspects. However, this investigation is ongoing.
Thompson, who lived with her dad, disappeared after going out to get gas. She sent him this text.
I should be back soon. I love you too. Good night.
The 19-year-old is seen on surveillance video leaving her SUV behind in Hyattsville. According to charging documents, she approached the suspect's GMC Yukon and after approximately a minute of conversing, walks over to the passenger side of the vehicle and gets into the passenger front seat. Police say they drove to his house in Bowie and believe he killed her in his bedroom. A roommate reports hearing the defendant having sex and then a grunting noise, which made it believe that someone wasn't enjoying the sex. After executing a search warrant, police found what they believed to be the victim's blood and missing fingernail, along with hair and other evidence in the bedroom and in the trash, along with multiple pairs of women's underwear and lingerie. Hernandez Mendez agreed to an interview, telling detectives he went to a nightclub to meet his ex-girlfriend, but never did. When detectives questioned further,
Found lingerie and multiple pairs of underwear. I wonder how many. There are some people that believe that this body count may be higher than what this one is. There more than just one woman who's been killed by this man, apparently killed by this man. I mean, look, what I think is what happens is that he goes online or something and finds these women for sex, and this is what happens. I think that's what happened here, is that maybe she met him through an app or something. They agreed to meet. She met him, and then this took place inside of the home.
the defendant denied any involvement. Prince George's officials say Hernandez Mendez was in the United States illegally. U.S. Park Police arrested him for a DUI 5 months ago, but let him go.
The U.S. Government has made status of individuals relevant. This was someone who was in their custody, and they made the decision to release him. So I think the questions should be asked of the Justice Department.
And ICE has now issued a detainer for the suspect. Now, the victim worked for a nonprofit that was one of Governor Moore's initiatives, and the governor tonight is calling her a bright light, and he is promising accountability for anyone responsible for her murder. We're live in your corner in Anne Arundel.
Before we get to the next video on what the neighborhood said he saw, as far as the U.S. Park Police arresting him, I am curious to why he was released if he was arrested for a DUI, because the U.S. Park Police, can enforce federal law. So I'm curious as to why ICE was not contacted. I mean, I think we do need answers on that. But apparently he was also arrested in 2022. A spokesperson at DHS confirmed in a statement that ICE has lodged a detainer arrest against Hernandez Mendez, who's from Guatemala. According to the spokesperson, he had arrest for driving under the influence and failure to maintain control of a motor vehicle to avoid collision in May 2022. In a statement, DHS condemned the county's sanctuary policies and claimed that it historically does not cooperate with ICE. We can only hope Prince George County will honor this detainer. A spokesperson for the U.S. Park Police did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Yeah, this is a sanctuary county. I did look it up. If we go to Maryland, if I can find it here, it's a list of sanctuary counties, and Prince George's County is on that list. So I wonder if he was arrested and he was released because of sanctuary policies. I don't know. I don't know why he wasn't turned over to ICE if U.S. Park Police can enforce federal law. So something went wrong here, and the guy was back on the streets when he should not have been. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Whether it's the sanctuary policies that led to that led to some kind of, friction, and then, ultimately led to the guy being released. Yeah, that's a problem. But I want to play what the neighbor has said. That he spotted suspicious behavior at the home where the man lived.
And we start the 10 with a Fox 5 exclusive. A neighbor of the suspect accused of killing Dakara Thompson talking tonight about the suspicious behavior he says he saw from the suspect in the aftermath of her disappearance.
And it comes on the same day that suspect appeared in the courtroom. Fox 5's Shamari Stone live tonight in Bowie with this exclusive. Shamari?
Well, tonight, that neighbor tells me that he is shocked just days after this case unfolded. I want to show you how close he lives next to the suspect's house. You see right here, this is where the neighbor lives. And right here, this is the home where 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez lived. And police served a search warrant here at the suspect's house. They say they found blood stains, women's lingerie, hair from a wig consistent with one Dakara Thompson wore, and a fingernail that matches the one missing from Dakara's hand.
Yeah, Shamari, I've lived next door to these people for years.
Cody is breaking his silence after he says he talked to Prince George's County homicide detectives about the murder of 19-year-old Dakara Thompson.
It is the first time I'm speaking publicly about this. Like I said, I live directly next door. I was 40 feet away from where the attack happened.
Living next door to suspect 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez, the alleged illegal immigrant who police say killed Dakara Thompson inside his bedroom in this home in Bowie, Maryland. Cody tells me he stepped outside his house early morning on August 23rd and saw something burning in the suspect's backyard.
The smell is different. It's not brush smell. It smells more like something you'd smell akin to like a trash burning or something like that. I would be willing to bet that they were burning evidence of some sort. I know that when I told the detectives this, I know that ash pile that was back there is no longer back there.
And Cody wonders why Hernandez Mendez wasn't already in jail. ICE officials telling us he's in the country illegally. U.S. Park Police arrested him in April on a DUI, but for some reason he was released. Dakara Thompson's mother saying that's disappointing.
I'm very disappointed, finding that out now, because we may not be here today if they did what they were supposed to do.
Detectives say Dakara was seen on surveillance video entering the front passenger side of Hernandez Mendez's SUV in a parking lot on University Boulevard around 3 o'clock in the morning on August 23rd. Her father telling investigators she had texts saying she was going to get gas. Those were her last known whereabouts before her body was discovered off Route 50. An autopsy reveals Dakara had skull and facial fractures.
Being 40 feet from a murder, it's something that you're never going to get used to. It's something that you're never going to be okay with. It's something you're never going to be comfortable with. And my heart goes out to her family. I can't even.
No, not at all. You'll never be comfortable with that, knowing that something like that happened essentially right next to you. 40, you can walk there, 40 feet away is extremely close to home, literally. I don't know. What kind of evidence were they burning? Given the fact that there were multiple pairs of underwear and lingerie found. Yeah.
Even imagine.
Now tonight, Hugo Hernandez Mendez is in jail without bond. His next court appearance is on October 8th. We reached out to ICE, U.S. Park Police, and Prince George's County Police, and we are waiting for them to get back to us. On the other side of the house, I just want to take the time real quick to show you the front. You can see there is a memorial that has grown. A woman around an hour ago dropped off some more balloons here. This is the community showing support for Dakara Thompson because this is where police say the murder happened.
Man, I don't know. These stories are heartbreaking because this did not have to happen. For one, he should have never been in the country. If there was an arrest back in 2022 for DUI, something DUI related, then he's been in the country illegally at least 3 years. So we don't know exactly when he came in, but he should have been deported a long time ago. And this is exactly why it is so important to have secure borders and to enforce our laws, because we've heard about a lot of stories like this. Lincoln Riley, Jocelyn Nungare, just to name a couple of examples. And the woman who was the 37-year-old woman with 5 kids who was murdered in, I forgot what state that was in. But yeah, those types of situations have happened far too often over the past few years. And it's terrifying. But I want you to know what's going on. You can have the information. And I report on all types of crimes. If you're new to my channel, I report on crimes from illegal immigrants, crimes that Americans commit. I cover it all. So at least I try to the best I can. But yeah, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Take care.